Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. What I said for today's video, so beer's courtesy of Chris. Thanks so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. Got to try this early before Black Friday, which makes me even more stoked. So this is the regular Bourbon County, just so people know where I'm coming from. I've had the barley wine from 2022 and the 30th anniversary. So this is the third one I'm trying, just to give you a little bit of a point of reference. Let's see, what's the same thing? Just Imperial Stout. Yeah, well, I've already seen some of it. Notes of vanilla, toffee, chocolate, burnt sugar, and dried fruit. Develops in the bottle up to 5 years. 14.3% ABV. And enjoying a snifter, but I'm going to use whatever this style of glassware is that is from Prop Day. Yeah, I'm really excited. Kind of nice to be able to try it before I'm able to go to the store and buy it and see how much I like it, kind of see how much I want to buy or not buy. But yeah, super stoked. I've enjoyed both the barley wine and the 30th anniversary, so this is all the more reason I'm excited to try this one. So not a ton of head, not that I poured it super aggressive. I see a little bit of legs already, not much lacing. Yeah, the head's like a mocha-ish color. The beer itself, black with a decent amount of brown in there. Definitely looks like a bigger stout for sure. Let's get into that aroma. I do like that. Wow. Big chocolate. Huge. Wow. Wow, yes. Oh, okay, so I like when Bourbon County kicks out a lot of chocolate, so I'm really happy in this moment. Then you do get some of the bourbon, and it's more bourbon than the wood. And not that I want to make this review a comparison of the 30th anniversary, but I don't remember in terms of YouTube how far away these two will be posted, but in real time it's 2 days apart. So the 30th is pretty well in my mind. That one I got more wood characteristics. This one I'm getting more bourbon characteristics. So just from a preference point of view, I would note that difference. Man, I love that. And it's just that bourbon mixing in with that chocolate, some of these like vanilla notes. It's like decadent. A little bit of licorice. But like I don't think if you dislike licorice, it's enough that would be off-putting. But I do get a little bit of that. Raisinets. They said dried fruit. I would say raisins specifically, at least in the aroma. For the chocolate, it's Hershey syrup. It's some brownie, a little fudgy. Yeah, it smells fantastic. I could keep smelling and keep getting new things for sure. A little bit of caramel. Anyway, let's get to the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Chris. Wow. This is a really strong showing. This is like really good. You get a lot of that chocolate in the taste. Like the aroma, it's like chocolate syrup, but you do get a little bit more, into brownie. Nice caramel. The raisin, I get that. And again, like with the chocolate, it makes me think raisinets. The wood is there in the taste more than I got in the aroma. I made a point to say I didn't get a lot of actual wood in the aroma. I get it more in the taste. And you know what it reminds me of a little bit is that cherry wood. In that I get cherry, but it's kind of like melding with the vanillin and like the vanilla and a little bit of oakiness. So like it's hard for me to separate it. It doesn't taste exactly like last year's cherry wood did, but like it invokes a little bit of that, if that makes sense. And that one I had maybe a month ago. I revisited that one, about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. So again, kind of fresh in my mind. You get some warmth from the alcohol. Yeah, I tell you what. Just like the aroma, the bourbon, it's really scratching that itch of the actual bourbon taste. Now this year, if memory serves, they incorporated a fourth kind of barrel. want to say Four Roses or I think it's pronounced Four Roses, or it is Four Roses, not Four Rose, right? Four Roses. That would be proper English. Anyway, I think it's that one. Was the new one? What was it? Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hills. I forget, but anyway, I think it's a new one. So I don't know if that new one is bringing this extra bourbon, if they were just really wet barrels, or they had a lot more climate change in the barreling room, where kept opening and closing and releasing more. That might be more oak than I'm getting though. But anyway, who cares how? The point is, this has plenty of bourbon. So if you like bourbon barrel aged stouts to have a good level of bourbon, this is it. It's not just a bourbony booze bomb either. Say that 10 times fast, especially after drinking a bottle of this. Yeah, I'm really liking the caramel swirl that's in there too. And then, yeah, you do get some nice oak tannin, vanilla. Very, very wood specific. About 75% of the way through, like into the sip, is where that comes in for me. Continuing to have the nice warming sensation, but it's not hot on the taste. It's not like too hot in the chest. Wow, this is really good. And yeah, that raisin hitting me earlier and earlier in the sip. But if this review was one word, chocolate. What did they say again? Vanilla. Now, toffee, to me it's caramel, but I think it's the same note we're talking about. Chocolate, yeah, I don't know how you drink this beer and not mention chocolate 1,000 times like I did. Burnt sugar, maybe that's their, maybe they do mean kind of like I don't know. To me it's caramel, but again, toffee and burnt sugar, I think we're talking about the same thing. Dried fruit, for me it's specifically raisin, but like dried fruit, what kind of, like, I love dried bananas. I'm getting banana in this, so like dried fruit, I don't think as a descriptor is good. Whatever. I have no delusions of grandeur like anyone at Goose Island watches my reviews about these beers, but so I'm not saying it to them. I'm saying it to you as a viewer. Dried fruit. There's plenty of fruits. I've had dried apples, dried pears. It doesn't have any of that. It's more dried fruit. It'd be like raisins, dates. I don't really get dates in it either, but whatever. I'm being a little nitpicky with tasting notes that they put. Who cares? Here's what you should care about. This is a delicious vintage. This is delicious. I like the expression of wood, and this gives it to me. But again, this expression of the bourbon with the chocolate. I mean, that's what I love about these. Like to me, Bourbon County, I want that deep chocolate note, which is, I said that one of the first things I said when I smelled it, and I want bourbon, and I'm getting both, so I'm super happy. It's got some pretty good heft. It might finish a little thin, but also, to be fair, have recently had like one of the most viscous barrel-aged stouts I've ever had, so just keep that in mind as well. Media Noche, if you're wondering what beer I'm talking about. Yeah, this is phenomenal. I will happily be buying some of these to drink at future dates. I'll put it that way. So then, Chris, thanks again, man. I really appreciate it. Have you guys had this beer yet? Are you excited for this beer? I'm posting it before Black Friday, so if you've not tried it, are you excited to try this one? Other versions, variants, whatever you want to call them. Comment section below. Get the conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.